Transformers96 here with another video where I'm going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys product, and this time we have the from the Mandalorian Boba Fett repainted armor version, as well as throne version. So this is very exciting. Just want to start off by saying that I do feel like I'm getting a bit sick, so sorry if my voice is a little strange. And this was a glorious day for Hot Toys. So, you know, typically with San Diego Comic-Con, Hot Toys releases a bunch of figures for pre-order for the convention exclusive, as well as they do show a bunch of new figures at the convention itself. Now that this is the second year in a row that that convention has been canceled, they still do their own kind of convention, so we are going to be getting to see new figures shown very shortly, and actually some of those have started to leak as they've been setting up, like Red Guardian. However, they also did release 6 new figures that they're putting on pre-order today, that are all going to each have like an exclusive accessory too, so this is very exciting. And this is a figure that I've been waiting for them to do for a while, as Boba Fett, in the episode that he returned, he had his damaged armor very damaged, which looked very cool, and they did a figure on that. However, of course, I knew that they would do a clean version, so I've just kind of been waiting for them to release it. And now we have the official images. So let's start off going over the actual figure himself. So let's see here. So we've got Boba Fett looking very clean. There's a few different versions. So there's a standard version that just comes with the Boba Fett figure, and there's also an exclusive version with that comes with some hologram pieces. And then there's a deluxe version which comes with an extra head sculpt and the throne, and then also there's another version of that comes with those same exclusive pieces. So there's a few different kind of versions of this product. So starting off with the photos, mainly just the figure himself. Overall looks very good. It looks like the same figure as the damaged one, however, it's completely different paint. So instead of the damages, it's a clean paint. And what's interesting is that it looks like the armor isn't really fixed at all, it just has a new paint job on it. So you can see that the armor still looks rather rough, and as we get some closer shots of it, I'll be able to go over that further. But the armor looks very rough, but it does at least not have that many scratches paint-wise, because it's newly painted, which is cool. But here we have the flamethrower accessory, which looks very cool. I do worry that it is probably just the same one that came with Mando, but that was a good accessory there, so it wouldn't be too heartbroken if it's reused. As you can see, it comes with his standard blaster, and then over here you can see his full blaster. And as you can see, they do kind of preview a new figure next to him, his partner. She's in a couple background shots, which is very cool. She's not a character that I particularly need, but it's nice to get her, especially to complete that kind of throne shot. But as you can see, full body, looks like a nice figure, but again, it's a repaint of one that we've already seen that's been on pre-order for a while here. Here's a comparison with him and Mando. As you can see, he is much larger, helmet's of course much bigger, and then he is just he's got a larger build in general too. Overall though, looking very nice. Taking down some stormtroopers, and here's everything that you get with him. Pretty standard, to be honest. He comes with the large blaster, the small blaster, the flame accessory, the grappling hook, a standard base, and a few standard hands. So not anything huge on accessories. The standard version of the damaged version did come with more accessories. He showed off a couple of new features with that, where like the rocket was being shot off of his back, so the accessory to do that, as well as rockets being shot from the knees, stuff being shot from the forearm. It came with a lot more effect pieces, which I actually really like. I like those effect pieces a lot. Even though maybe he didn't technically do those things while in the clean armor, I would have really liked them to be included here, because, I mean, they've already got the accessories. It's not like they had to design anything new, so it'd be very cool if he did include them here. It's very unfortunate that he doesn't. Unfortunately, it just comes with a very standard array of things. The hologram accessories are nice. It's the hologram version of Mando's ship, as well as his own Slave One, and it looks like they can be plugged into his forearm, so that's kind of neat. As far as exclusive accessories go, those are nice, because those, I think, are true exclusives, as far as they're not needed. It's not something that you gotta have, but having them is a nice little bonus, so I think that works out. And obviously, if you don't get the exclusive version, it just doesn't come with them. The exclusive, I believe, where you can get it to be exclusive is the Sideshow if you order it directly from their website. Now we have the Throne version, so same figure, same everything, except a couple of new pieces. And here's a good shot of just like kind of it, sitting almost like on a shelf without a fancy background. The Throne itself, I think, looks nice. I think that it has a nice size to it. I've always really loved the fact that it's got like the Rancor sculpted on the arms. I think that that's very neat. And then you do get the helmeted head sculpt with it. It's the same head sculpt that came with the other damaged version of Boba. It does say newly painted though, so I know that the other one looked a little bit more rough. I think maybe was a little bit more dirty. This one still is a bit dirty, but I think it might be slightly cleaner, kind of to reflect the armor too. Good head sculpt though. I don't have an issue with it, and since the last version isn't even released yet, it's so so close to the release of the last figure that I don't think that we desperately needed them to do a whole new head sculpt or anything. Even expression-wise, it's pretty solid, so I don't even think I'd need a different expression. So overall, I don't mind that they're reusing that head sculpt. But overall, it does look like a very nice display now, and from a great shot at the end credit scene. Now, I'm hoping that it isn't just kind of an end credit scene type of thing. The big question for me, because I always knew that they would do a clean Boba Fett, but my question was if they would do it for The Mandalorian or if they'd wait to do it for his own streaming show. So doing it early is interesting. I'm a little worried that possibly something in his costume may change, maybe just, additional accessories as the show goes on. I'm worried that if he got this one, it wouldn't quite be a great representation of Boba Fett from his show, so I'm worried that they might do an even better one, next year as his show premieres and at the very end of this year. So who knows? I think that if this figure is a good representation of both The Mandalorian and the Boba Fett show, this is going to be a really nice one, but it would be a shame if this is kind of just like an end credit scene shot figure, and then the next show is a totally different kind of style, and maybe he doesn't even use the throne much or anything like that. That would be sorely disappointing. But as you can see, the throne is very cool, prop his gun up like he had it in that shot and have him sitting that way. He just looks very nice. Overall, very cool indeed. To go over some of the details for the pre-order. So it has gone on pre-order. It doesn't come out until October to December of next year. So we're looking at about a year and a quarter, which is a long time for Hot Toys, though. It's relatively standard. It certainly could be worse. The Mark 1 that they put on pre-order today, that doesn't come out for 2 years, so it can certainly be worse. The standard version is... Oh, sorry, that's just the one that's the... that doesn't come... or that doesn't come with those holograms. The standard version is $245, which I think is a solid price because the standard version of the damaged version was $285. So basically, the prices for the 4 different versions of Boba Fett that you can get. It's crazy that there's so many versions of Boba Fett on pre-order right now, but if you got the standard Boba Fett by himself, it's $285. If you get the damaged Boba Fett in the 2-pack with the unarmored Boba, it's $495. If you get the standard Boba Fett that's clean, it's $245. And if you get the deluxe standard, or the deluxe clean Boba Fett with throne, it's $390. So you have quite a different variety of figures to choose from. There's a 2-pack, there's several just single figures, there's a figure with a throne, like there's a lot of options, which is making it very difficult to kind of decide for me personally. Plus, there's also, like I mentioned, that question of, is there a better Boba Fett coming down the line now that his show is so close to be released? So it's really hard to decide for me. I want all of these Boba Fetts, I really do. I would love him with his throne, I'd love the damaged one, I'd love the unarmored one. They would all be great to have. But I know that, if I got... the deluxe, the throne version plus the 2-pack version, that's $900 basically, which is way more than I should be spending on a single character. So I'm not going to do that. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. I think I do want this throne version. what I think is what I'll probably end up doing. I think that I'm going to purchase this throne version, and then I might also purchase the damaged version that's the single. $285 is quite expensive for a single figure, unfortunately. However, it would look nice because then that one can have the helmet, and then I can have the clean one here with the unhelmeted look. And then I think that I might just pass on the unarmored version altogether. Even though I like that one, it's really not necessary because all of this is on top of the fact that I already have an original trilogy Boba Fett too, so I don't need a million Boba Fetts in my collection. But the thing is, they've made each of them good enough where you want each version, which is impressive. They've got very different looks, so I think that that's a testament to Hot Toys. But it's a rather confusing how many versions they have and the options that they have. I prefer more options than less, but when you do hit this point with 4 different versions of Boba Fett on pre-order all at the same time from the same show, it's a little intense and a little confusing and hard to decide on. So I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, not only on the figure, but on what version or even versions you plan on purchasing. I'd love to hear it. So there you go, that's my thoughts on this newly shown Hot Toys Boba Fett repainted armor with throne. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.